got Mississippi State this week. We're 1-0. They're 0-1. Had a crushing loss to South Alabama. They were up 17-0 at halftime. Trey they let South Alabama come back. South Alabama wins the game 21-20 because Mississippi State missed the field goal late, knocked it off the upright. And that's just a demoralizing loss for Mississippi State. I think they were favored by 28 points and lose to a team that they had no business losing to. And I'm really interested to see how that affects this team, in practice this week and leading up to this game against South Carolina.
But yeah, that's going to be one of the major keys of this game, I think, is just seeing how they react to that loss. Will South Alabama beat them twice? That's sort of the key here. This can go one of two ways. I think a lot of people, and Las Vegas is sort of erring on this side. I think a lot of people think, they're going to have a renewed fire. Losing to a bad team, somehow that's going to make them come out better. I don't really think so. I think that showed their true colors. They're sort of their secondary doesn't look too good. Their quarterback's decent, but they have a lot of question marks still. Or I guess they're not question marks anymore. They just have a lot
of concerns.
A lot of concerns.
A lot of weaknesses. Our first storyline was how Mississippi State is going to respond to the loss that Trey hinted on. And then, secondly, is Damian Williams. He's the guy that didn't start for Mississippi State this week. They actually started Nick Fitzgerald. Damian Williams was inserted because Fitzgerald wasn't throwing the ball effectively. And he provided a spark, threw for 143 yards and rushed for about 93 yards. I wasn't impressed with him throwing the ball. I think he's a guy that we're definitely going to have to shut down his running ability and force him to pass the ball. If he can do that, force him to throw the ball, I think they'll have some success in slowing down this Mississippi State offense. Trey.
I think the last big storyline is just how South Carolina is going to come out this week. They're on the road again. If they can eliminate the mental mistakes, eliminate the turnovers, eliminate the penalties, that can bode in their favor. But at the same time, if these young guys, if they take just as long to settle in, I don't think they'll have the same kind of luck against Mississippi State as they did against Vandy. But at the same time, I'm sort of confident that South Carolina will be able to eliminate those mistakes. I think they're going to learn from the first half they had against Vandy, and I think they're going to come out strong against Mississippi State. And, I think the defense is going to take over. I think Perry Orth's going to, throw some shots down the field, and we're never going to look back.
I think it's going to be crucial for to win this game. This Mississippi State crowd, they're probably going to be a little dejected, but if we let Mississippi State score first, the crowd, the cowbells, everything's going to go crazy. It's going to be a lot harder for the South Carolina offense to get in sync.
Okay, so that brings us to score predictions and X factors. I hadn't actually written down score predictions, but I was thinking about it earlier, and I really think 24-10 is pretty reasonable. I wasn't really impressed with what I saw from Mississippi State's offense last week, and I think our defense is just a little bit better than South Alabama's. So I say we hold them to 10, and I think in the meantime our offense really takes advantage and lights it up. And that brings me to my X factors. The first one, I didn't give Brian Edwards the love I should have last week. I thought about it. I thought about including him on the show. And, I feel bad about that snub. He came out and showed me why I should feel bad about that. Because he, obviously over 100 yards, true freshman, first game on the road, first game ever.
Yeah.
Making fantastic catches. And I think this week he goes out there and does the same thing. I think he shows out. I'm predicting at least 100 yards, and I'm going to give him a touchdown.
Okay.
My next X factor, people might not expect this one, but it's gonna be Brandon McElwain. I don't think the quarterback situation is settled yet, and I'm really hoping Perry Orth plays well. I'm not saying Perry Orth plays bad and Mac has to save us by any means. What I am saying is McElwain does add a different dimension to our offense with his legs, and I think Perry Orth gives us a little bit of a lead, and then maybe we get Mac some more experience on the road.
I like that. I like the score prediction and the X factors. My score prediction is 23-16 South Carolina. I think Mississippi State has some success on offense. I think this is a game they're going to view as a must-win after losing to South Alabama. I think they come out, play well early, but I think South Carolina settles down, defense hunkers down, and shuts Damian Williams and Fred Ross. This Mississippi State offense, I think we hold them in check starting in the second half once we make our halftime adjustments. I think those are huge. Will Muschamp and T-Rob really will excel in that area.
For sure.
X factors, I'm going to go with Jamari Smith. I know it's a shock to many. He was definitely a disappointment against Vanderbilt. He had 3 catches. 2 of them hit him right in the hands, and he just straight up dropped them. I think he's going to redeem himself this week. I think he's going to be big to take some of the pressure off of Debo and Brian Edwards. So I look for him to have, a serviceable game and be a safety valve for Perry Orth and Brandon McElwain. My second X factor is Jamarcus King. Trey, when he was inserted in the game, he made a huge impact, not only in pass coverage, but also tackle. He had a tackle for loss where he got off a block. He made a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Really showed his aggressiveness. He's long. He's a long corner. I think he's a guy that can play in the NFL. He has that type of talent. And a key to to stopping Damian Williams as Jamarcus King logged up against Fred Ross and a couple of these other Mississippi State receivers. I think if he can do that, which he's very capable of, I think forcing Mississippi State to run the ball is going to fit right in our favor. So
sounds good, Zach. And one thing I'm not sure we mentioned when we were recapping the Vandy game, so I just want to put this in real quick. A.J. Turner had a very good game against Vanderbilt, and I think he comes out this week, and he's definitely an X factor. I'm going to say he's going to get 100 yards rushing. David Williams, I'm still sort of disappointed with him. He can't seem to get past the 3-yard hump. Maybe another guy steps up as the number 2. Maybe he gets over the hump. I'm not really sure, but I think A.J. Turner comes up. He was big last week. Very explosive, very great runner, and I think he does the same thing this week.
I agree. He basically had over 100 yards last week. Trey had that holding penalty, not negated that long run he had in the second quarter.
And I wasn't sure about that penalty, by the way. I think the refs were sort of stretching on some of those penalties, but I'm not going to be that kind of fan. I'll take the victory with some grace.
Yeah, we'll take it as we get it.
All right, so we're all on the same page. I think Carolina's going to win this game. Mississippi State, they look bad against South Alabama. The national media might disagree, but I would venture to say South Carolina looks a little better than South Alabama.
It's probably going to be a struggle for the national media to come to grips with that. But it's the reality of the situation. South Carolina is the better team. South Carolina's going to go on the road, another hostile environment, and get a W and come back to Williams-Brice 2-0.
And 2-0 in the conference.
That's right. Okay.
And so we didn't have a question this week. No one tweeted at us.
I'm disappointed in y'all. So.
We're gonna get our followers up a little bit, and maybe we'll send out a request for a question next week. That might be on us a little bit too.
Yeah.
And rapper of the week. This is something I hadn't really prepared for, but I think I gotta give it to Lil Wayne. This is a guy. He has hundreds of songs, literally hundreds of songs. He doesn't write anything down. I think that really plays to his advantage. I think not writing anything down really frees up his mind to make connections that other rappers still chained to the pen and paper might not make. And I think that's really improved his rap game. Young Money's doing big things. Even though Birdman tried to kill him, I think they're sort of on good terms these days. I think Young Money is really probably Cash Money's biggest branch. Weezy. He's not only a great rapper, he's a great leader of the label. He's discovered Drake, Nicki Minaj,
Lil Chuck.
Yeah, Lil Chuck. Yeah, probably. And so this week's Lil Wayne. So watch next week to hear a recap of the Mississippi State game. Our preview of the ECU game, and most importantly, to figure out who the next rapper of the week is.
Yeah, and then we'll also touch on any upsets in college football. Have any questions for us? Tweet at us at CB Chronicles.
Find us on Twitter. At the CB Chronicles.
Is it?
Yeah.
Twitter?
Yeah.
That's not. I made the damn thing.
How much you want to bet?
I mean, I know it's not.
How much you want to bet then?
Like $5.
All right.
Another bet.
Get this 5 going. And there you have it, folks. Tweet us at VCB Chronicles. Zach owes me $5, and enjoy the rest of your week.
We will see y'all next time. And go Cox.
Go Cox. Beat Mississippi State.
Yep.
I'm on that workflow, hashtag running snapbacks. My truck got glass packs. With no converters, I'm assertive, I will murder if you fail to show courtesy. Under me, I'm hungry for the beat, so I eat. Eating the day, we eating the day. That's what they say when it's time to play with Trey.